It's been a year since Hurricane Helene, so I'm going to take you to some of the places I've been to and filmed, and I'm going to see if my fishing spot exists. That fishing spot is in the Cherokee Forest, kind of northeast of Newport, and from what I've heard, it's probably not there. But the first place I'm taking you is where I'm at right now. Now this is the boat ramp below Fort Loudoun Dam, and it was damaged by Hurricane Helene due to the flooding. It was like broken and tied off to the side, and it took them a very long time to repair it. Now both sides are open. However, they added this massive no-wake buoy right at the end of the dock. It makes it a little bit more difficult to actually dock a boat here because you might hit its chain with your propeller. I wish they would have put it out in the channel a little bit more, but I guess they're just trying to make a statement that this is a no-wake zone. I've seen boats go full speed away from this ramp, which, you know, you don't do that at a no-wake zone or in a no-wake zone. Because of the flooding from Helene and, you know, many times before, there's a lot more rocks to get snagged on out in the actual water. And I will say it's kind of funny that there is a game warden with binoculars looking at the boat down there, because I don't think they have any PFDs on and they're below the dam. There's a sign right there that says, you know, you're required to have a PFD below the dam, and they were over there and he had binoculars on them, so he's probably going to catch them at the ramp when they come out, or he might, you know, get someone to come out with a boat and probably issue some fines. Interesting things you get to see below the dam. Now let's go to the next dam. As you can see here at Douglas Dam, the water on the main lake is still low. To me, it looks like it's below winter level still, which is because they're still doing the cleanup. Douglas got a lot of the debris from Hurricane Helene's water dump, or whatever you want to call it, the flooding. It all went into Douglas, or at least a lot of it went into Douglas, and 1 year later, they are still cleaning it up. Now, because it's becoming so late in the day, I'm not sure where I'm going to go to next. I was thinking about going to that boat ramp where I've launched my jet boat before to see if it's open. I have a feeling it's probably not open yet, and that is out in the middle of nowhere. I really have to go off my normal beaten path to get to that boat ramp. But I will go through Newport, and I will go into the Cherokee Forest through the forestry roads to see if I can get to my actual like fishing area, my fishing spot. And there's a couple of places I may stop on the way. I would just stay tuned to see where I stop. I'm going to at least pick one place on the way to stop and film. All right, here's a view of the new train bridge. A different view from the last time I was in the area. Last time I was up on the bridge up there filming down to this bridge. Now, if you can imagine it, right at the bottom of the bridge where the concrete is meeting the bridge, the train bridge, there was debris there. Basically where I'm standing right now, I would be underwater. That is how much water came down through here into this area. It flooded Newport, and it just caused a lot of damage. It damaged the train bridge, so they had to replace it, obviously. I couldn't believe it when I saw the trees and the limbs and stuff that were stuck in the train bridge. Incredible amount of water. I will say, after they did all this construction, they've made a new fishing spot, so I might have to try fishing here someday. I do see a couple of fish down there. I don't know if I'll be able to show it to you. That is a bear and her cubs up there somewhere. is right at the beginning of the forestry road, and this is actually the first time I have seen a bear here, although this is a bear reserve that I fish. Fun times. Hey, look, the road is open. Now it looks to me that this entire road here was washed out, and they rebuilt the road and put a bunch of rocks down the sides of the embankment, the side of the road, to help hold it together. And I think right in front of the camera, right at the road, there used to be a big tree. I think this was my actual fishing spot. Let me move the camera a little bit. Down there is the weeds and the bank and stuff where I have fished at before in the past. So we are missing a tree here that I used to park by. Now I have to park way over here because I don't think I can park like along this right side. So I have to park down there. So my fishing spot technically is still here, and based on the water flow, it looks like it's still deep enough to maybe hold a catfish or two. And there looks like there's been some activity down there where someone may have piled some wood up for a fire or something. Well, I finally made it to my fishing spot, and it still is here, kind of. I just have to get my gear here a little bit different. Park down the road a little bit, and take my cart and bring it over here, climb down the steep rocks and fish if I want to fish. And I was going to do that as a next video after this one, but I just realized I forgot my catfish bait. So I don't have any bait to put in the water. I don't have any, package bait in my truck either. I don't have my bluegill rod either, so I can't catch bait and use it here. So I drove all the way here to see if my fishing spot exists, and I forgot to bring bait. But yeah, well, at least I made it this time. I've tried, this is probably my third or fourth attempt at doing this. And I did videos on those other attempts as well. And I was, those other times I was blocked at that bridge back there because they had it cut off, probably because they were fixing this section of the road. I just have to come back here sometime in the future and fish. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon. My truck is giving me some issues, and I don't want to push it until I figure out everything that's wrong with the truck. I just got it back from my buddy. I just did some minor repairs to it, and it's got 300,000 miles on it, so who knows what else I'm going to need to do to it. It is pulling the boat just fine, and when I take my boat out, I'm on back roads. I'm not on the interstate going 70 miles per hour for, 100 miles, however many miles it takes to get here. Still, it's nice to be out here. That was the first time I saw bears in this area. I've always been worried that a bear would come up on me and, try to eat my bait or something. But I haven't had that happen yet. I've had hunters come up on me. But yeah, saw the first bear right at the beginning of this road. Now, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch my video. I really, really appreciate it. Now, I'll probably go further down the road just to check it out. I'm sure Weaver Bend has changed as well, but I don't really fish that often because there's almost always somebody camping at the end of the road. And yeah, and I don't mind giving away that this is the Cherokee Forest, that's Weaver Bend that I'm near, because I did a video a long time ago of the biggest YouTube giveaway ever. There is, or possibly was, due to the hurricane, water. I think squirrels are throwing acorns at me now. Anyway, there was a potential state record catfish in this water, the white catfish. And to my knowledge, nobody has won my giveaway. Nobody has caught it to register as a state record. And I don't know if they're here anymore. That was a lot of water that just flushed this area clean. So if anything, they're in Douglas if they survived all the contaminants that are now in Douglas. But there are 2 other places I could fish for them. And I just got to figure out where at those 2 other places. One is the Hiwassee River. So if you've ever heard of anybody catching white catfish in the Hiwassee River, either let me know or catch it yourself and register it as a state record. And the other one is Beaver Creek, which is pretty much in my backyard. And last couple of times I've fished it, I've either caught turtles or I've caught nothing. So, I don't know. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I do hope to see you next time.